Hello, and welcome to the presentation on Dr. Amanda Kelly. Dr. Amanda Kelly is an advocate for individuals who have autism as well as for the ABA world. Specifically, her skill set is more so in the area of ethics in her advocacy for ABA. She has dedicated her life to making ABA more accessible to all individuals who can benefit from these services. Due to the fact that she is so big on ethics, she is currently working on an ethics textbook, so soon she will be an author. As well as she was part of the Council of Autism Service Providers. So she is very well-rounded in behavior and how to assist individuals in being better in their area. She's still currently active as she is researching and advocating on regular basis. Her first articles were released in 2015 and 2018. She wrote those articles with other authors. She was the Chief Clinical Officer for Breakthrough Behavior in 2020, and currently she is a lead paralegal, Bauer Law, and her focuses for that are in the area of ethics for her law practice. The articles that found that Miss Dr. Kelly was a part of were these four presented on the screen. Three of them are very close in the sense of ethicalness and licensure, where the fourth one was actually about a type of procedure to help improve behavior with autism, and she was the lead author on that document. The first article that you see here, where it says Blurred Lines, Ethical Implications of Social Media for Behavioral Analysts, this article was very beneficial in the sense of social media has a lot of positives for professionals as they can collaborate with others, they can learn of new resources out there, but it also can be detrimental to one's career. That being, you post something where you're breaking confidentiality or saying something negative about your job position, anything such as that can affect your job. So it just really talks about how one should implement using social behavior and the implications that it can have for your career. The next one was just spreading the news, history, successes, challenges, and the ethics of effective dissemination. And I really enjoyed this article because it talks about how the ABA world has evolved over time, the successes of it, the challenges, and then just the ethics that are involved in regards to sharing what ABA is and the benefits of it. ABA is still very, very new, and we have a lot of growing. We're growing at a rapid rate, and so it just kind of talks about the challenges in regards to that and what we need to do to be prepared for that. The other article, I'm going to skip down to the one that's below, where it talks about the licensing of behavior analysts, protecting the profession and the public. This article is really good in the sense of discussing what having a license in ABA is, what it does, what it helps you do, as well as if you choose not to get a license. Some individuals pursue, the ABA course, but may not pursue a licensure. So it'll kind of talk about what those effects will have on your career. And the last one that I really enjoyed, as I have a background in autism, was the effects of precision pairing on the challenging behavior and academic responding of children with autism. This document really talked about a different way of trying to look at behavior. A lot of times we have the student perform or individual perform a specific behavior and then they are reinforced. Instead of that, they are using those reinforcers that have been proven to be highly motivating to that individual and giving them to them before the task is asked of them. And then it talks about the responses of those individuals and how successful or unsuccessful it was. So it was really cool to see a different way of reinforcing individuals who have autism or just have challenging behavior, and by using preference assessments and whatnot to find what motivates them to use them appropriately in trying to shape behavior. All in all, Dr. Kelly is just a huge advocate for the ABA world. She is consistently sharing information on what individuals can do, how they can be better. She has an active podcast, as you can see down here. She's constantly educating others about the world of ABA and just being, that huge advocate. Her podcast is Behavior Babe. She has 116 episodes and lots of good content in regards to, the ABA world. If I was given the opportunity to interview Dr. Kelly, these would be the following questions I would want to ask her. What encouraged you to transition to the world of ABA? What is the most challenging thing about your work? What is the most rewarding thing about your work? What would your advice be for an individual moving towards this type of work? And then how do you memorize all of the terminology? There's so many terms and they're very interchangeable and very close, minus a few little letters here and there. And so just seeing how, tips and tricks for memorizing that. Again, Dr. Kelly is just very important to the BCBA world, and she is because of her advocacy. She provides guidance in ethics, licensure to guide new and current BCBAs. A lot of time in the world, ethics is what can get us into trouble. And so she does an amazing job providing such a good platform to guide those pursuing ABA or currently in ABA. The other resource that I absolutely love of hers is the active website she has, and it's called Behavior Babe. So on this website, she talks so much about, it does an introduction, kind of why she has it. But for me, it's this what is ABA. And on this what is ABA tab, she's got ABA basics, the ABCs, all of these different things that as we're learning or needing some help, kind of guiding us along the way of this career, there's so much information, and it's research based, as well as she continues to update it, as well as she has her podcast. So I love the assessments page, as when you are new to this and trying to see what assessments are available, she has that listed. She has just simply the ABA basics with videos and guidance. I mean, there's just so much, and I absolutely love this website, and I really feel that it will be extremely beneficial to anyone pursuing this type of work. All right, and then lastly, this is the bibliography. Thank you for joining for the presentation.